As all the dramatic pieces start falling into place, it's time to wind down and reevaluate the situation. In episode 51 of Dragon Ball Super, hello there beautiful friends from around the world, I'm your host Blackenfist and this is my review of Dragon Ball Super 51. This episode's all about winding down, giving us some breathing room, and really letting us sink in all the information that we have taken in these past couple dramatic episodes. The first couple minutes of this episode really is just recapping how, when, and what are they going to do with the extra time machine that they have. Now, of course, to people that have watched Dragon Ball before and are familiar with the series, this isn't really all new. I'm guessing that this is just recapping for those who might not know or have forgotten. I guess it's necessary since this is going to be critical to the stories. Gladly, they don't spend half an episode on this. Beerus and Whis do remark how they're not particularly fond of mortals being able to time travel, but they are very intrigued with this Black Goku, especially his time ring. Now, more interestingly, they also said that they have felt his ki somewhere before, so perhaps he is someone familiar to them. Meanwhile, in the Dragon Ball apocalypse known as the future, I don't know why in the future always has to be so bleak, Black Goku is testing out his new abilities. He says that he has these things called battle memories, which could be one of his special techniques or abilities, as maybe he's able to absorb other people's techniques or strength, because it does seem that he was trying to imitate the way Goku fought. Maybe that's the method of which he gets stronger? Who knows? We still aren't clear on everything that Black Goku is, but it is clear that Black Goku somehow, some way is able to absorb other people's techniques, whether through artificial or through organic means. We're not sure about that yet. But aside all that, this episode really was about Mai. Unfortunately, it wasn't about what exactly happened to Mai, because as we all know in the last episode, Mai was found out to be still alive, to the surprise of mostly nobody, as, you know, with Dragon Ball Super promoting her so much, it would have been strange to just throw her away in the first episode. It was mostly about future Trunks reminiscing about Mai, and learning more about what this future Mai was like. Apparently, she was a leader of a group trying to resist Black Goku. Now, it is kind of futile to try to fight Black Goku with bullets and bombs, but I guess you gotta give her an A for effort, right? While Trunks is reminiscing, he's telling this to the present Mai, Shu, and Pilaf, as well as Kid Trunks. He does state that he doesn't remember meeting Shu or Pilaf in the future, which maybe could spell disastrous consequences for them. However, there is one thing I find very, very strange. While future Trunks is telling the present Mai all this, he does also mention that the last time he saw the future Mai is when she died, or at least he believes she died. Now, I don't know about you, but in stories of time that involve time travel and characters coming back to the past, and especially when characters from the future know of the time of death of certain characters from the past, isn't it kind of polite, to say the least, to keep that information to yourself unless it's really prudent to the situation or the plot, for instance? Now, I don't know about you guys, but Mai seems to be a very inconsequential character. It's cool that she's around and that she's involved, but up to this point, who knows what's going to happen with Mai, but up to this point, Mai is, I'm going to be blunt, she's pretty useless against Black Goku and his evil doings. So it's not pertinent for future Trunks to tell the present Mai that she's going to die a horrible death at this hands of this great villain. I don't know, it just seemed inappropriate for future Trunks to be doing that. Who knows, maybe the reason he did say that is so that they could just set off something later on in the arc. Probably not, but oh well. Anyway, the point is, present Mai, however, found this all to be very charming because now she's infatuated with him, which I guess, I mean, who else wouldn't be infatuated by someone who would tell you your own death? It's honesty, man. The episode also shows us a couple more interactions that future Trunks and Mai went through, just to show a little development of how the relationship really was. All in all, this episode really was very Mai focused. Mai in the present, Mai in the future, and the relationship that both Trunks and Mai had. But anyway, that has really been the episode. Now I want to move on to something that I really don't talk about in these reviews, and I actually wanted to talk about this in the previous review, but I forgot. And that's the ending theme. Now, I understand the ending theme has nothing to do with the plot, has nothing to do with that, but it's still part of the series in a way. And I just want to say, am I the only one that thinks that the ending is kind of out of place? Now, I will say that this episode wasn't the darkest episode that it was, but it seems that this whole arc is going from slightly darker and more dramatic story, so I would figure that the new ending would reflect that, right? But it seems that this is all the same happy-go-lucky, lighthearted, goofy ending that it always was, at least the way it was in tone. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I have no problem against it, but I don't know, I felt like a better choice could have been done. It's not something that I truly am upset about, so I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, guys, that has been my review of episode 51, and if you enjoyed these thoughts, if you join my critiques, please subscribe to the channel, as I'll be bringing you more Dragon Ball Super reviews like this one, as well as my other Dragon Ball segments. But until next time, guys, I'm Blackenfist, and I will eternally, always be out.